Hello and welcome back to the mighty River Trent, and hopefully we're going to have a night session tonight. It's meant to be a storm later, but I think that's meant to arrive about 1-2 o'clock in the morning, so hopefully we've had a few barbel and chub by then. So but it's looking nice is the river, and as you can see we've got the this bush here, and there's an undercut bank underneath there, and the barbel really like it underneath there. So we're going to be putting one close in, and then we're going to be putting one a little bit further out on the gravel bar, and see if we can get any fish. But I'm hopeful, you know. I mean, this is a bend of a river, and there is quite a few fish that hang around this sort of area. And last time I had a bonus chub, just over £5, which was quite nice. We've got boilies with me, halibut boilies, and we've also got big lob worms, and I've got small dendrobina worms. See if they prefer that. But we've got a selection of baits, so fingers crossed we might have 1 or 2 fish tonight. But it's looking really nice. It's 20 degrees, and I do like this overcast weather as well. We are meant to get a downpour a bit later on, might turn them on, but it's looking really good. So let's go get the rods out, have a cast in, and see if we can get any fish. Yeah, as you can see, the river looks absolutely superb, and the bushes have grown on the opposite bank, which look really nice. I've seen 1 or 2 strikes there from pike or possibly zander. Like I say, in this particular peg you don't have to go too far, you just go just in the margins down there, and there's a nice undercut bank just there, and I'm hoping there's 1 or 2 fish there. So I am early, I'm not expecting anything till about dark, but it does look really nice, the river today. Right, it's time to put the rods in now. Now what I'm doing is I've got a PVA bag on there, and this is basically just to separate the hook link from the lead, really, you know, so I don't want it to get tangled up. And with this, the lead goes down and the flow picks up the bag and flattens out the trace so it doesn't get tangled, so it gives me a lot of confidence. So this one is basically just going just down there. That's lovely. Put the rod there, everything's good. Put the bait runner on. There we go. We're all set for a fish now. And with this rod, same again, I'm not going too far out, but with this one I've only got a short hook link because I plan to use my worms on this one, and I only want a short hook link, because if I get one of them chub knocks, it really does go, and I don't want too much line out, so I can connect with the chub straight away. There we go. So that's holding quite nicely now. So we'll try here first, and then of course if it doesn't produce we can go a bit further out, because there is a gravel bar just halfway across the river there. We could try there and see if we can get anything, but it's looking pretty good up to now, so we'll see what happens. Well, the rods are in. All we can do now is wait. Yeah, I've seen plenty of predatory fish striking over there, but it's really shallow here. You want to be down where I am here, because it's quite deep, 6 to 10 feet. Just there, that's where you want to be for the fish. Yeah, it's going to be changeable weather today. Don't really know what it wants to do. I come through a load of rain, and we just had a few spits, and now it's come out, you know, quite warm. Then it's meant to get chilly. Not sure what we're going to get, but hopefully we'll get a fish or 2. I don't care how big they are, as long as I get my string pulled. That's the main thing. Yeah, so this is the bait I'm using to start with. high energy marine halibut boilies, 15mm. I've got quite a few fish on these. I suppose any boilies will work, but these are really good. They've caught me a lot of fish, and I do like dynamite baits, so that's what I'm using. And then we've got lobworms for later. Yeah, so I'd like to talk you through the setup I'm using. I've got my Fox Warrior rods. These are £3 test curve. You need them because you never really know what you're going to hook in the Trent. I mean, I've hooked something that I couldn't stop, and I do reckon it was a catfish, so you need strong rods. I've got £15 line here, and we've got some £50 coated braid. Now you may think that's a bit heavy, but when you've got all these boulders here and you get a big fish and it goes through them, it can soon bust you off. So you need that coated braid, otherwise you've got a lost fish. And then I've got my Shimano bait runner 8000 Euros. Never let me down yet. So that's my setup, quite simple. All we need now is a fish. Right, so I'm putting about 5 boilies in every 15 minutes or so, just to try and get the swim going and see if we can get those barbel confidently feeding. Yeah, so nothing yet. We've only been in an hour, but I've been baiting up. There's a few likely looking clouds coming over now, but doesn't matter too much. I've got my brolly with me, but I hate fishing under a brolly, especially, you know, when you get a bit of wind like this, it can easily take it in. I'd rather just sit there in my jacket and get wet, to be fair with you, and then at least when you're on the rods, you're on the rods. But yeah, it's looking nice. Yeah, we've been here for 3 hours now, and not a bite as yet, but I've seen 1 or 2 fish strike along there, quite a few actually. Not sure whether they're pike, zander or perch, maybe some chub. It'd be great with the drop shot rod over on the other side, but it's piscatorials, so we can't. I've just seen one there. Well, 4 hours into the session now, and still no barbel. Seen a pike just going up and down there. Right, so we've just brought this rod in. We're now going to recast out there. I'll put a starlight on because it's just getting dark now. So we're just going to... That's lovely, just about there. Right, we are recasting. Just put my starlights on there. Looks like a good cast. There we go. Lovely. Well, as you can see now, it's nearly pitch black, and this is the witching hour for barbel. So hopefully within the next few hours we should have a beautiful barbel out. But this is exactly what I'm seeing. You know, I'm just looking at my starlights. You can just see them there in the distance, and we'll see if one of those goes over, and we've got a nice barbel on.
And here we are. We're into a barbel now, and again, that one's come from just out in the middle, and it really is pulling. It's a nice fish. Feels a nice fish. You know, I mean, the barbel, they do have some real power, and yeah, I mean, it's just ripping line off me, but I've just got to try and keep the fish's head up. I don't want him to get into those rocks, because if he gets into those rocks, I've only got about 10 seconds before he shreds the braid. You know, it rips all the coating off, and then you've got a lost fish. Seems to be coming up though, nicely. I just love the fight of Barbel.
Well, we've finally got another Barbel in the net. Nice fish. So let's take him up to the unhooking mat now and see what it looks like. There we go, another beautiful 9 pound 4 ounce Barbel. There we go, another beautiful River Trent Barbel. It's about 10 o'clock and we finally managed to get one. So this is a nice chunky fish in lovely condition, caught on 2 halibut boilies. So I'm quite chuffed with that, so we'll get this one rested back up and go see if we can catch some more. But put up a really nice scrap with this fish. Well, here's my Barbel, just getting rested up before release. Another 9 pounder, 9 pound 4. Nice fish is this one, nice and fat. As you can see, she's going down, which is what you want for Barbel. You know, you've really got to give them plenty of respect and give them plenty of rest for recovery, which is what I'm doing. Just in the net you can see she's going down, she's getting plenty of strength back, which is what you need when Barbel fishing. So beautiful fish. I mean, all fish are beautiful, but you know, it's been a while since I've caught a Barbel of this size, so it's really quite nice. So you can see the bubbles going up from her gills now, so that's beautiful. Yeah, she's swimming down now, so she's nearly ready to go. That's good. That's very good. If we can get her tail, we can try and help her out. There we go, she's ready to go now. There we go, into the depths. So that was good, wasn't it? Our first Barbel of the night session, 9 pound 4. Took a double halibut boilie. So quite chuffed to bits for that. It's been a while since I've caught a nice big Barbel, so that makes a nice change. So let's rebait the rods, get them back out there again and see if we can catch another one.
And we're into another Barbel. This one feels a good one too. It's just hugging the bottom now, and yeah, I'm just trying to keep his head up because obviously I don't want him to go down onto the rocks. I don't want him to get underneath. So yeah, it's a good fish, this one. It's really quite nice. Yeah, my audio's gone a bit funny, but we'll try this way and see what happens. I think it's alright. Yeah, this is a really nice fish. It's pulling line off the reel, and I think we've got another good one on here.
We've just got another Barbel in the net, the second of the night, just in there. There we go. Another nice fish actually. Probably about 7 or 8 pounds. Something like that. Literally, I cast that in and we've got another one. So let's get it on the unhooking mat and have a proper look. But well chuffed. What a nice fish. There we go. Another pristine barbel. There we go, another pristine barbel, just over 9 pounds. Fin perfect again. Look at that tail, that's where they get the power from. There we go, you won't believe it, would you? Another 9 pounder, £9.2. There we go, that's another cracking barbel from the Trent, isn't it? What an absolute stunner, another 9 pounder, that's 2 so far, but they seem to be feeding quite well now on the double halibut boilie. So without further ado, we'll get this one back rested up, rebait, and we'll get back in again. Happy days. So again, we're just resting my barbel just in the edge for 5 or 10 minutes. Again, that fish put up a really nice scrap, so that's not too bad. 2 fish tonight, 1 or 2 fish splashing about, and you can see she's releasing. Oh, did you hear that? That's another barbel. So she's on the bottom now, she's the right direction, which is what we want for her to go. So if we can get a bit of a wet hand, pull her up, oh, she should be going. Oh. We can get her up, there we go. No, I'm giving myself a wet hand. There we go. That's how they should go back, nice and strong. Yeah, so that's alright, isn't it? So it's not too bad. It's 11:30 and we've had 2 £9 barbel, a £9 one and a £9.2. So that's not too bad, is it? So hopefully they've started to feed now, so we should get stuck into a few more fish hopefully. This is why I use coated braid on the Trent. As you can see, there's plenty of rocks in the Trent, and they've absolutely shredded my coated braid. So that'll be oh, there's a fish just then. That'll be another new trace, because that particular fish got me stuck under a rock and it shredded it, I'm afraid. Well, that's what they do. If you didn't have that on, you'd probably snap. Here we go, we've got another barbel. This is my 4th barbel of the evening. Looks like a nice fish as well. Looks around the same really. So like 8, 9 pounds, something like that. Let's have a look at it. Got to be careful on these rocks. Looks bigger. There we go. Looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah, you can see the boilies just hanging out of his mouth. Does look a nice thick set fish, this one. So fingers crossed it might be a bit more than £9. Let's get it out and have a look at it. Put up a good scrap. Yeah, this is quite a big barbel, is this one. I mean, look at the thickness. There's the 2 boilies. This is a double. It's a beautiful fish. Right, let's see how much this baby weighs. 12.6. Beauty, 12.6. There we go. We've done it. We've got a double figure barbel, 12.6. There we go. £12.6 of River Trent barbel. What an absolute corker, like in the halibut boilies. So it's 12:30 and I'm quite happy catching these. You know, it's a pristine fish and really nice and fat. Fins are perfect and yeah, I'm happy. We'll get this one rested up, bait up again and get back in there. We're going quite well today on the river, but there is a bit extra water in. Look at that, what a beautiful barbel. 12.6. And it's the biggest one of the season. But we'll rest her in here for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because she did put up a nice scrap. She did. What I'd like to do is I'd like to hold her, if we can, just in the flow. Now look at that, she's got a big head on her, she's a beauty. Oh, can you hear that owl in the background there? Like in the boilies, this one. Yeah, look, she's gone down to the bottom there. So she's nearly ready to go. Look at that, she's got a really big frame, hasn't she? She's lovely. Well, like I say, you can see she's still not ready to go yet. So we're going to point her in the right direction. Straight down. Oh! Just got a nice barbel on. Been in there about 10 minutes. The fight welder barbel, as this one's proving. Feels nice anyway. Oh, look at that rod bend. Oh, he's a lovely little fella, I think. It's not that big, but it's beautiful. Oh, he's not a bad fish. Yeah, I've got my clutch set quite tight because I don't want to tire him out too much. It's lovely. Get my net ready. He's not a bad fish. Oh, he's not a bad fish at all, really. I thought it was a small one. Come on, Mr. Barbel. There we go. That's lovely. Lovely. Nice morning barbel. Right, we'll leave him in there for now. Give him 10 minutes rest while we go get the gear. Right, here's my barbel. It's probably about 8-9 pounds, like in the halibut boilie. Right, let's get him unhooked and have a look at him. There we go, that's not too bad, is it? A beautiful barbel, £9.1. Hard fighting fish. Look at that, what an absolute beauty. And it's round about 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's a glorious day, and my first bite of the morning, and we've got a £9 barbel. I cannot moan at that. And what a fight. Beautiful condition, so I'm quite chuffed with that. Let's get it back and get it rested up, and let's see if there's any more feeding. Right, so what we're doing now is resting my barbel here before release, because they do take a long time to recover, you know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so. So just hold them in the flow here like I'm doing here, and that's the proper way to release your barbel. Don't take out straight away. I like to keep them in the net 10 minutes after I've caught them, and then put them back in after I've unhooked them, keep them in here about 10-15 minutes or so, and then release. That's the way to look after barbel. You can see her fins are working okay, the gills are working okay. She's taking oxygen into the gills, which is good. The fins up, look. This is how they should be fighting. Yeah, they deserve all our respect, because although it's only a 9, it put up a good scrap. I got it in pretty quick though. Right, she's ready to go now. Yeah, she's getting her breath back. She's good. Down she goes.